Pregnancy. Well, I get a lot of questions about this. This is probably one of the top questions I get from clients because it's a big deal. You know, having a baby, you're putting your body to the task of carrying a child for 9 months, and there's a lot of changes that go on in a woman's body during those 9 months. Everything from the hormones changing to your posture changing, the pelvic basin is changing, muscular strength and stability changes. So Melt can really offer for anyone during pregnancy a way to keep their body as stable as possible so that postpartum you're not kind of behind the 8 ball after you've had babies. So with the Melt techniques, some of the ones that we give to all of our clients is the softball foot treatment, even the mini softball foot treatment, because that technique helps to draw more of that hydration back to the pelvis. It improves stability, and it just helps with easing some of the stress that gets accumulated around the pelvis that can cause things like sciatica or low back pain. We also encourage women to do the seated compression techniques, which are from the Melt Performance video, where you're creating gliding and shearing along the hips to try to keep the hydration and the suppleness and the stability of those pelvic muscles that really support the body over the whole 9 months and beyond. And then also working on the inner thigh, the lower body compression sequence, the inner thigh glide and shear can really also help to support some of the stability of the pelvis. So it's a great thing for women to do. And of course, postpartum is also another big deal, is that if you're working with your body through pregnancy, postpartum is a lot easier. And postpartum, we encourage women to do the performance sequences, the upper and lower body stability sequences, because this is really something that you need to get back after you've had your baby so that your body reorganizes itself to your natural alignment, not the alignment that you had through pregnancy. So we like to bring people's body back to a more ideal state after pregnancy, which you can do. It takes 10 minutes a day, it's easy, and it just feels good. And through pregnancy, anything that makes you feel better is good.
So are there any Melt moves I should avoid if I'm pregnant?
You know, when you're pregnant, there's very little that's contraindicated in Melt. Most of our clients can do all of the techniques. Now, if you learn Melt in the middle of pregnancy, you didn't start pre-pregnancy and then using Melt throughout the whole pregnancy, but you found it somewhere halfway through or you're near the end. The things we encourage people to do is to not use the hard balls on their feet, to just use the soft balls. And if they're uncomfortable lying on their back, even for the assessments, they can just lie there for a moment just to do their basic evaluation to identify where stuck stress is living. But if you're uncomfortable lying on your back or lying the length of the roller as you would with the rebalance sequence, you just leave it out through the pregnancy, and then it's postpartum that you bring those techniques back. It really goes down to remembering that each person is an individual. Melt is so gentle and it feels good. So if you're doing the techniques properly, there's very little that you can't do during pregnancy to really use Melt through the whole 9 months.